welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess. Today I have a little bit of a book haul. If you saw last week, I posted an unhaul that I filmed. I got rid of a bunch of books that I had to make room for books that I really wanted. And honestly, the book haul that I have today isn't super big. It's just a couple of things like books that I wanted to replace, books that I got in Owl Crate, some things that I were sent to by my friends, but I just wanted to go and kind of show you my wrap up of the things that I've accumulated over this month. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and just get started. So to kick things off, I'm going to go ahead and start with the book that I was actually sent to by a friend. It is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. My friend that was reading this didn't enjoy it at all, and she said, "What harm is there in me sending it to you and seeing if you like it?" So I'm excited to read this. I hear that the system in it is a little bit confusing and kind of complicated. There's a lot to follow. There is kind of like a little diagram in the front of sort of how everything is done, and there is a really beautiful map in it. So I'm excited to read it. I haven't picked it up yet. I'm going to try to read it next month, but I thought it was super sweet of her to send this to me, and Shannon, if you're watching this, thank you, and I promise I will read it next month and let you know what I think of it. Now the next book I have here is actually the book that I got in my Owl Crate, so most of you have seen this. It is The Sandcastle Empire by Kayla Olson. I did want to include the books that I got in like my Owl Crate and my Fairy Loot in this because you do pay for Owl Crate and Fairy Loot, so I kind of consider it something that I have purchased. I don't know anything about this book except for that it is dystopian, which isn't my favorite genre, so I don't know when I'm going to get around to reading this, but the cover is super pretty and I am very excited to have this book. So this month's Owl Crate did actually come with two books as well, and the second one is New World Rising by Jennifer Wilson. I am excited to read this because I think the cover is really cool, and I've been really into paperback books recently. I don't know what it is about it, but if you know anything about this, this is Of the Tomes Publishing. But I'm really excited that we got two books this month because I think it's super cool. I mean, you only pay for one and you pay for like the items inside of it, but the fact that we got two books I think is really great, and the fact that it's paperback, it's kind of like a little bit floppier. I am really excited to read this one. I might also try to include this in next month's TBR, but I think that the cover is really pretty, and like I said, I don't know anything about this except once again it is dystopian. I believe the Owl Crate that we got was dystopian, even though it's also kind of like survival-ish, I don't know. But I am really excited to read this one as well. And the next book I have here is actually the book that I got in my Fairy Loot. It is Roar by Cora Carmack. I actually read this already this month, and I have a review on my Goodreads, and that will be linked down below. But I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't exactly what I was expecting it to be. It was still really great. It did have a little bit of like insta romance, a little bit of love triangles in there in the beginning of the book, but I did still really enjoy it. I thought the system of magic was really cool. I think that the main character kind of annoyed me a little bit, but I think all the supporting characters kind of made up for that. I do like her love interest in this. I actually kind of like both of her love interests in this. I don't know. But it was still a really good read. If you haven't read it, I would still recommend it. Just don't go into it expecting a whole lot out of it, but it was still very good. Alright, now getting into the books that I purchased this month. The first one I have here is Waking Gods by Sylvain Neuvel. I really like this. I already read this. I read this the day that I got it. This whole series, it goes Sleeping Giants, Waking Gods. This one is very, very interesting. I think it picked up very, very well from where the second one left off, and I'm very glad I got it. Also, these covers for both of these books are absolutely beautiful. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw the naked covers of them. I think that they are gorgeous, but this series is very, very good. It's like a sci-fi series. It's about a young girl who falls into a hole while she's out biking, and she falls into a giant metal robotic hand, and these both follow her journey as she kind of oversees a team that is assembling these robots. That is the first book, and then this one is kind of a continuation of that. This book has a lot of like good ideals and things that it teaches you in it. I do love all of the characters in them. Some of them I love to hate, but most of them I just love them, and I thought that these books were absolutely wonderful, and I'm so glad that Coffee Chatter actually talked about them and I was able to find them. They are sci-fi, but I still enjoyed them anyway. If you haven't read these, I would definitely recommend them if you are a fan of sci-fi and you're looking for a good sci-fi adult book to read. And another book that I actually already read this month is Want by Cindy Bond. This book is so good. This was one of those books that I was not expecting to love as much as I did. I saw the cover and thought it was really great. I hadn't heard anything about it. I mean, obviously I'd seen it somewhere, but I hadn't heard what anyone thought of it, so I just kind of went into it completely blind. I honestly thought that it was a graphic novel, and it's not. But I am still very, very happy I got it even if it isn't a graphic novel, because this was absolutely wonderful. I loved all of the characters in it. Dayu was my favorite. Jason is probably second to it, but it is more about Asia. I don't know if it's like Japan or China in the future, and how there's like smog and how people live in these suits, and the lower class people don't have access to like clean air and things like that. They're just sort of, they live with these little like mouth breathers on, but everyone else, if you are higher up in the system, they have like full-on suits that they wear, and they're very, very wealthy. And this kind of follows Jason and his friends who are trying to take down that sort of who are kind of trying to take down that sort of caste system that they have. And this book was just unexpected and very, very wonderful. And I've actually talked to the author and I'm very excited for the second one. And she said it should be coming out soon. So I absolutely love this book, and if you haven't read it and you are a fan of sci-fi, I would definitely recommend this one. Now, if you're a frequent to my channel, you know these books that I'm about to show you I was not a fan of before, and I actually started listening to them on an audiobook, and I just think the man who reads them does a wonderful job. So I have gotten into them recently, and then what I did is I actually just replaced the versions that my husband and I had. So these are technically a gift for him, and then I did just take his old ones just so that I could have them in my collection upstairs, because I have an office upstairs with all my books in them. But they are The Name of the Wind series by Patrick Rothfuss. I wanted to get him the UK covers, so this one is The Name of the Wind. I think that these are beautiful. The original ones that we had were a large paperback like this of The Name of the Wind, and then we had a huge floppy paperback for The Wise Man's Fear, and then for the third one we just had like a little tiny hardcover. So I did go ahead and get these. So this is the first one. This is The Name of the Wind, and then my favorite one out of the ones is The Wise Man's Fear. I love the covers for these. I think that the UK versions of these are so much better than the US versions. And can someone explain to me why I can only get the US version in that big, like that little thick paperback? I hate it. But this is the second one, and then of course the last one, which is beautiful, is The Slow Regard of Silent Things. I love these books. I'm super excited to continue with this series and just dive more into this world. I think that I'm so sad that I missed out on them. I don't know what it is about them that I didn't like the first time, but I'm really, really loving them this time. Alright guys, that is it for this video. That was a very short haul, but I did want to, like I said, showcase what I did get this month. I think that we do buy a lot of books, but I enjoy these kinds of videos. I like seeing what people get each month, why they got them, and then because I kind of like following their progress and seeing, you know, if they ended up liking them, if they were worth it for them to get. But I am very excited about all the books I got. I've read most of them so far, so I already know that I do like them, and I'm excited to read the ones that I got in my Alcrite and my Fairy Loot next month, hopefully. But I hope you guys are having a good week. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
If I was a question, would you be my answer? If I was the music, would you be the dancer? If I was the student, would you be the teacher? If I was the sinner, would you be the preacher? Would you be my... Was it done, done, done?